All right. We are here. It is my birthday, and I got this cigar about 3 weeks ago. It's been in my humidor in my house for the past 3 weeks and about 70% humidity. It is, I can't, it's an Opus X. It's a Fuente Opus X, Heaven on Earth, Bbmf Maduro. I mean, if you look at it, it just looks super goofy, right?
Now, what is that shape called?
I don't know. It's like some sort of torpedo-looking thing. I don't know. It was a gift, a very generous gift. So we're going to do an inch-by-inch review. We're both mic'd up, and I've always wanted to do a cigar review.
There you go.
So me and Drew, we're doing a cigar review.
I'm smoking a Jaime Garcia. Not going to review it, though.
The great cigar. Is it the 5.5 inch?
5.5 inch. I think it's 56 gauge. Done many of these. Not going to review it. This is the Opus X time.
He's got a My Father's. I got a Fuente.
You want to do the light up now? Or you want to cut it all? Or you want to...
Yeah. Let's use I'm going to use the cedar.
Oof, doing it.
When in Rome, man. Figure out how to even light the thing.
The guillotine cut. The classic straight cut.
So I'm taking the tail off of this missile.
The dog. The dog is at the door. Wants in.
There we go. Here's $50 right there. We'll put that guy there. We'll get our cedar. Now, I wish this was a live video because I assume you don't cut the other end. So,
find out.
Do.
Normally, you don't do the cedar.
You don't do the cedar.
I mean,
never.
You on your just a regular everyday cigar,
I'm not using cedar.
You rarely use cedar. But because you're smoking this cigar, have to do it the proper way.
I don't know if the cedar is going to take to this, honestly.
It's too much. Too much of a cigar for it.
Yeah. You don't want to scorch the sugars, you know? Yeah, I think it's going to work. It was a good effort, though. It's kind of like the nipple, maybe.
Yeah?
That was weird. It was like tight and then it loosened up because it like broke through that nipple.
Wild cigar. All right. So come back a couple minutes when you get to the first inch.
Interesting lighting process, at least.
Before I pause it, initial first pull.
First pull, it like pulled through. It has a little nipple in the end. It kind of like sucked through, and it kind of was a tight pull, and then it released and loosened up.
All right.
We'll see.
There you go.
All right. We're about halfway through. And I just transitioned from pretty much leather to earth. And now we just entered into some cocoa. Let's take, I had a big stack going. I just killed my stack. Let's take a little puff. Yeah, we have like a transition. It's like transitioning from a kind of an earthy to a mellower cream flavor. It's a wild ride so far.
How's the retrohale?
It's good. It's for a cigar that's supposed to be very, very, very strong. I can see straight still. It hasn't knocked me on my butt.
That's probably, I would say, that's a sign of like a pretty well wrapped cigar.
Yeah.
That you're getting all the different flavors as you move through it.
Yeah.
And even though it's strong, it's still like pretty like tasty and doable to inhale. Because there's like, you get those darker cigars sometimes if they're not well done. It's just this strong, like knock you, like punch you in the face kind of.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't smell like that. I mean, I'm smelling mine, but I can smell that one, and it doesn't smell like it has a good smell to it.
So Drew has a hint, a secret about wrappers.
Well, it didn't destroy it, but we pulled the wrapper off a little too early, which I didn't know this. I learned this by watching a guy do this, but not pulling the wrapper off until you get pretty close to it, because the heat from your cigar will actually not melt, but it will loosen up. Like mine right now is, I can spin it around. And before when I started, I couldn't even move it. It'll loosen that fruit lecithin, which keeps your wrapper glued together up, and then you can move it off easily. If you don't, then you can damage your cigar.
Your wrapper.
And you did pull it.
I did.
Not a bad crack.
Right there.
But just the wrapper broke, right?
Yeah, the wrapper kind of came unraveled a hair. Still getting a good pull. Didn't affect anything, luckily.
Sometimes though, a cigar will you can pull it off right away. I've had some cigars where the wrapper is loose on there, but most of the time you have to kind of wait, and then you can pull it off. There you go. What was that in review? This part you're getting more cocoa, or?
Yeah, I think I can tell a good cigar when you have a flavor profile change through. I usually break it into thirds. The first third is usually it's my least favorite. The second, right towards the middle, it really starts getting good, and I think you'd attest to the same thing. The last third, you can really get the full flavor of that tobacco, and yeah, that's when you can really tell of the origin of the tobacco, where it's grown. And so I'm thinking I'll really be able to get that Dominican taste right around where this wrapper is right here. So
hopefully it's a mustache burner.
Hopefully it's a mustache burner. Okay. This is what you pay the big bucks for right here. We're in the bottom third, and we're really getting into some cream and really creamy, chocolatey flavors. Now, I've had a lot of Padrones. A Padrone is a high-end cigar. From the 64 to the 26 to all the anniversaries to the number 2s, 3s, 4s, whatever else. And when you have a high-end cigar, usually you're paying for just the structure of the cigar. It should be an easy pull. A pull means when you're sucking, you're taking your drag into your mouth, and you're getting the taste, and you're exhaling. Very easy. It's probably the easiest pull I've ever had, but not too loose, not too tight. And the retrohale is definitely, I would say this is a cigar that's meant to retrohale. When I say that, it means you're breathing it in your mouth, you're holding it in your mouth, and releasing a little bit through your nose to get that taste. You're tasting those sugars in through your nostrils. So yeah, it's a great cigar.
Would you spend $150 on that?
I would
cigar?
not.
But you'd smoke it if someone gifted it to you.
If somebody else wants to buy me this cigar, I will happily smoke it. I'll do a review on these guys all day. I would say it's not my type of cigar. What he's smoking, the Jaime, is like a go-to, like never let you down.
Which our flavor, both of us have a similar flavor profile, which tends to be Nicaraguan, filler, binder, and wrapper, or at least two of those with a Nicaraguan leaf in it. And what would that remind you? Like, does that remind you of any cigar you've had?
There's a cigar called I think it's a Tatuai. Cameron Ramirez loves the Tatuais. He loves the Davidoffs, Tatuais, and the Opus X's. And I would say this is comparable to that, because I'm pretty sure a Tatuai is also a Dominican tobacco leaf cigar.
You've smoked quite a few cigars then, and it's not pretty different than most of the cigars.
Oh yeah, this is like nothing I've ever smoked.
Yeah.
And You know, if I became a crypto millionaire one day, I still probably wouldn't buy this. But as my boys at Plume Cigar in Yorba Linda, Washington, our friend Cameron Ramirez is a gold member there, so we have access to their private selection of cigars. They will smoke a cigar like this, of this profile as well as price. I mean, really, cigar is all about how much you want to spend. And they will go for one of these on like once a year, New Year's. And I figured, hey, it's Big Daddy's birthday. It's been sitting
in the humidor for quite a while.
Yeah. And this right now, show him your setup here.
The whole place?
Or just what you just bought with the purification system.
So you can't see it. To my left here, I have an air purifier for 900 square feet, which is the size of this studio here. This used to be an old garage, old mechanics garage. We insulated it, put new windows in, new trim and everything. Still in the works. And trying to get it set up to be a little bit of a multi-purpose facility. So you need to have the air purifier, which it does a really good job. But if we smoke in here within 48 hours, sometimes less if I have a window open, the smell is almost completely gone. And then I have some fans. I don't have going right now for the sake of the video, but sucking air out. And then that way you can still, I have kids, have a wife, use this for art studio. So you can still do other things in here. So it's not just for smoking. But the goal is to have a few more, at least maybe once a month, of these cigar reviews to where we have another, our cousin who's in Arizona right now. He's probably at a Fox Cigar Lounge, hopefully. He'll be here. The goal would be all three of us get the same cigar, smoke them, and then see what flavors we all get out of them. Because what we've learned, sometimes you'll watch people do cigar reviews or do other things, and they're getting all these crazy flavors and like very detailed on it. And like that cigar, because it's such a nice, expensive cigar, you kind of want to. But a lot of the ones we tend to like we've always said, it's either a cigar you like or you don't like. And pretty much we have cigars we like and we don't like. We're not always like, this one tastes like this or tastes like that. It's more so just, it's a good cigar or not a good cigar. And I have cigars I like. I gave one to him and Matthew, and they both thought it was trash, which made me not want to ever give him a cigar again. But you swallow your pride. You realize everyone has a completely different flavor profile or different taste, and you just keep going. And that's what I think, as we've told other people, I don't think we've ever tried to convince anyone to smoke a cigar, but anyone that shows interest, it's like, just start exploring and start finding something you like. And everyone's tasting will be different. And that's what we've seen. A lot of people just have different, everyone just has different tastes. But for the most part, I think we've settled on the Nicaraguan. And then Illusion cigars is what I have here in my little humidor jar. This one is just Illusion cigars in here. And I have another jar here that just has, it has a couple of Black Trading, I think it's Black Trading Cigar Company or something like that, and then some My Father's. But trying to get to where I can separate them out pretty good. But the Illusion cigar, so far, I think, man, we've probably smoked 20, 30 of their cigars and have yet to have one that we have not liked. And so, yeah, that's the goal. See if we can do more of these reviews.
Yeah, well, I'd like to do more because we've really gotten into cigars more the past year or so, and I won't talk about it now, but the identity of a cigar, what a cigar environment kind of looks like, what, people think, oh, you smoke cigars, you're addicted or just whatever, but it's a cigar, it's like we won't get into it now because it's a whole different conversation, but it brings people together. It brings like a community of like-minded individuals into the same room where you're forced to just stop whatever you're doing in the middle of the day, at night, whatever, debrief after a long day, and just stop, relax with a friend, by yourself, at fish camp, whatever it is. It just brings people together over conversation, maybe a beer, some white wine, some Guinness, whatever it is. It's a community-minded thing that really brings people together, and that's like what we like about it.
And it's like you can have different beliefs on different things, but when you're smoking a cigar, for the most part, you're all just thinking about the same thing. Talking about your cigar, talking about life, and we commercial fish, and so when we're down there commercial fishing, you're looking out over the ocean outside, total different feel, totally different. Even some of the cigars you like down there compared to when you're sitting here in a nice warm environment, the tastes you get are different. And so, and then we go every once in a while, go down to like Arizona or something and smoke outside when it's 90 degrees by a pool, and it's all different. It's just all different. You get different things every time you're smoking something, even if it's the same cigar at a different spot. I think that's kind of one of the cool things about it. And you're always going to get people that hate on you, but who cares?
Yeah,
we like them, and we'll see if we can do some more. So pretty much.
Yeah, no, it was a good cigar. It's winding down right now. I'm definitely gonna smoke it to my, what do they call it, a mustache burner. It definitely is a mustache burner. But yeah, it's I can honestly say I've tasted the different layers, the different levels, and I mean, look, you can't get a better burn. Very evenly burned
throughout.
Got a great stack on there. It ain't going nowhere. So yeah, it's a good cigar.